Hey, boys and girls. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. It's a beautiful day again in our fair city, Montreal. Just fabulous. Love it. Anyway, enough of that. Today, I wanted to say a few words, impart some wisdom about feet, shoes, and running versus walking. Uh, these are just things that I've come to learn in the course of the last couple of years doing marathon running and now switching to this long distance walking. I want to say, first of all, the biomechanics of running versus walking are very different, and we'll see as we look at some of these shoes. Uh, I had to pick a pair of shoes, or possibly two pairs of shoes, for the upcoming 400-kilometer challenge. Obviously, walking 60 kilometers a day, you want your dogs protected and happy. So it's been a steep learning curve there, and without further ado, we'll just march right into this. So let's talk about feet. Now we'll pretend that these two hands are your feet, right? People generally fall into three categories: neutral, which is your feet are just flat like this, or you pronate, in which your feet are turned in a little bit and your strike point is on the inner edge, of your foot. Or if you're like me, you're a supinator and you strike on the outside edge of your foot. And this may be true as a runner. I know it's true for me. Even as running on the forefoot, my midfoot would always wear down quicker on my shoe. The same is true when I walk. My heel strikes first, and as a result, the heel of my shoe wears out very quickly. And this is a great example. This, by the way, is not a walking shoe. It is a Champion running shoe, but it's the only one I had, so I just walked with it. And I mean, this heel is worn down to nothing. Here's another shoe that I've worn for many years, but you can see the same thing happening. This is the left shoe, and the wear really is on this outer edge here. The rest of this over time has worn smooth, but since this is the main strike point, that's what wears out quickest. And we're going to talk about how critical that is when you're choosing your shoes. So recently, I decided that what I really needed to do this hike was something like this. It's very durable, robust. It is rather heavy, like over 800 grams per shoe. But it has support like crazy all through the foot, and it's a stiff sole. I've walked in this particular pair of shoes for going on 4 years. I'm really happy with the way it wears. However, when I bought a new pair, what I noticed was the design of the shoe was like it was made for a pronator. So the heel was built up steeper over here. So walking, what would happen is my heel would hit the ground over here and then jerk the foot over here. And it was just wrecking havoc on my already painful knee. So I didn't think about that. I wanted to buy these because they're cool. They look cool. They're an awesome shoe. Can't say enough good things about them. However, what it illustrated was that not all shoes are created equal, and you should look at that fact. If you are a pronator, then the shoe I originally bought would be perfect for you. But if you're a supinator like me, no. I had to find something else. And after looking around for a while, I stumbled across these, Saucony, I guess they call them, which is the same brand as my Pro Runner. I saw these on the shelf and I thought, man, that is the most butt-ugly shoe I have ever seen in my life. But as I looked at the heel, I realized this is closer to a neutral shoe. And lo and behold, I went out and I walked in these 12 kilometers, and my knee did not hurt once at all. Even coming down the mountain, which is my nemesis downhill, these shoes performed magnificently. Likewise, this is a sandal that I had purchased because I figured, if it's going to rain, I don't want to walk in soggy shoes. I may as well have what they call a water sandal, and that's what this is. These are Keens. And again, the heel is very neutral. The shape of the foot to the angle of your ankle is very neutral. These I can walk in all day long. They're just fantastic. And they're good for trail, they're good for water. So be aware, gang, be aware what kind of feet you have. Are you neutral? Are you a supinator? Are you a pronator? Ask the guys at the store. Chances are most of the people at the store won't know what you're talking about, but if you go to a store that specializes in running shoes in particular, they'll tell you everything you want to know and they'll set you up. So yes, the difference between walking and running, it's huge, and I didn't realize how huge it was. And this really is a good example. As I said, I mean, you can see how I've ground this heel down. So when I did buy this ugly shoe, which I just love to death, I paid special attention to the heel. How much rubber is on that heel, right? I don't want it to wear out like this. This shoe was not designed for walking. It was designed for running. And all of the meat of the shoe is up here where your foot strikes the ground first. In fact, you could even argue that this shoe is designed for a supinator like me, because most of the meat is on this outer edge, and you see this is kind of like a little afterthought here. So look at the shoes. You know, when I saw this, I thought this is like almost the coolest shoe I have ever seen. And indeed, it is so cool. And a bonus, it's built for the purpose that I needed. This is a great long distance shoe. Likewise, this is a great long distance walker, hiker. And as an added bonus, I realized it's Gore-Tex, so it's waterproof. So really, I don't even need this. I can just chuck that right out. That's it. I've been walking in this for a couple days now. Super! It is a perfect shoe. It's also really lightweight. Something like this runs around 650 grams. A shoe like this, a trail hiker shoe, these are going to be 800 to 850. Then if you get into straight hiking shoes like the leather ones, they can be upwards of 900 grams. This thing falls in around 700, and it fits like a glove. So that's my 2 cents for what it's worth. Know what kind of feet you got. Talk to a professional. I am not a professional. So, but that's my advice. That's what I've learned. So I'm sharing it. Go forth, my children, and walk. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Cheers, gang.